From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
And some room to roam now. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A huge play there right off the bat. 67 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Jets nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pretty move. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Mike 5'9", Watch the screen, Man, ready? Watch the screen. 59's Mike, check, 59. Hey, watch that, it's it. Mike, check, 59. It's it. Yeah. It's it.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is fielded at the 27. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Allen now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And all the Bills touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bills 14, Jets nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
29-yard line.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. This is Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Yeah, let's go second.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
For
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bills will add on to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Bills 21, Jets nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Incomplete. For Davius White on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1.
Score Bills 21, Jets nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was tackled at the 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 27, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. they've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Check. Hot. Check. Come on.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Davis on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Buying time to his left. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It was
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, we got 3. We got 3 down.
And they are going for it. Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bills 31, Jets nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology.
It got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
3 down, 3 down. Watch 14, watch 14.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's got some space here. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counting on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Gain of a yard.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now. That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
49's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Red 80. 49, guys. Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sam Darnold.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims, 82 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Pick me up. Here we go. Young lady. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Denzel Mims, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. To the air again, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The limited running room is he'll get about 3 to the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On play action, Allen. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a handoff as they run left side. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
For the running back.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Allen on third. And he's able to find Diggs. The 20.
Woo! Give me some.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead.
The kick is
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
From the 29, Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Mike's 49.
Here's Darnold. He'll air this one out from Mims. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll air this one out from mid. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, 71 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
The kicker on for the
So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down, they are going for it, but they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st down, Bills.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
59. Jets 27. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I know that much.
Don't forget, I know you. Selfie. We'll do a selfie.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a selfie. We'll do a group selfie.
There you go. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He was taken down at the
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Number 20.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
We got three.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike's 59.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Big things today, baby. Big things today, y'all.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We got one.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
17-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden in
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like all the ones that doubted me. Gotta